What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Forza Motorsports playthrough. This here is episode 3. First thing I want to say is thank you all for the support on episode 1 and 2. Not a lot of comments, but we're getting quite a little bit of views here and there, so really appreciate that. But last episode, we finished Practical Performance with the Vauxhall VX whatever. This episode, we're going to jump in for Built for Sport, and without further ado, let's get it. So that's hilarious. I just tried clicking this and game crashed. But we're going to try to pick a car here. Obviously, we don't get one for free, unfortunately. But I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick. We're going to go through these, look at our options, and go from there. So here we are. I think I know which car I'm going to pick. It really is between, for me, the Alpine A110, the Lotus Evora S, and the Toyota Supra. Quick fun fact about the Lotus Evora. It actually uses a very similar V6 to like the Toyota V6, the 2GR FE, the one that they basically use in the Camrys, the Siennas. I'm not sure what else other car they put that in, but it's a very common V6. I believe it's similar, but they just do little things. I think it's a different intake manifold and obviously a different transmission setup. But that's just the fun fact of the day. But what I think we're gonna do is go with the Alpine. I really like using it in Forza or in Gran Turismo, so I think we're going to go with it here. Alright, so I did end up going with the Alpine. I'm going to be a little bit rusty because I haven't played in a couple days, but I really did enjoy this car in Gran Turismo, so we'll see how I like it here. It is going to be the first real drive car of the series as well, which is quite interesting. I'm definitely going to do a couple laps because I'm just not really... I know Silverstone's quick, and I think I'm going to have to be shifting a lot more with this car to actually get it moving. But we will see. Ooh, yeah. A lot more shifting than I thought. Also, it does not have, because I just managed to upgrade the Subaru and the Vauxhall to 50 just to get the extra XP and stuff like that. So driving those cars that were semi-upgraded to this thing now is kind of crazy because it is much less grippy, but I don't know this actual speed though. Also, Silverstone is a track that I'm not very used to, which is unfortunate. They do not have this in Gran Turismo, so that's kind of my fault. I know this car is rear engine, or mid, I'm not sure if it's mid or technically rear engine. Ooh, look at that. He absolutely murdered that time, so that's no good, but yeah, with that being done, we're going to jump into the race, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here we are in the race. I absolutely killed practice. I think I did 5 or 6 laps as well, so there's that. I also said, screw it, we're going to start myself in last and see how we can do, because I'm really enjoying this car, and I think we can do quite well. I have not raised the difficulty yet, just because I do still feel a little green, and with this many people on track, it is a little sketchy. Try my best not to get a penalty. With there being 6 laps as well, I'm not too worried. I think I can get through everybody after a few laps. Just get through this pack, let them kill each other. That's unfortunate. There's not really too much I can do there. As long as I don't get a penalty. I also did change it to kilometers an hour just for my Canadian brain to understand what's going on, to understand exactly how fast I am going. I hope that is not a penalty. Thank God it is not. I did get this car up to level 3 already as well, which isn't too bad. I know it's not too many crazy upgrades. I'm going to try to split right down the middle here. These guys sent it on the brakes a little bit harder than I was felt safe to do, but that's okay. Just tapped him ever so slightly there. That wasn't too bad of a move. I might get a penalty. I did not. That's pretty good. let's try to catch this guy in first place. Now that we have some free air, fresh air, we can kind of do a little bit of a hot lap. I was going like 5 seconds faster than the fastest guy anyways. Not paying attention to that corner and absolutely blowing it away. My headphones also keep cutting out, which is quite annoying. So I'm getting a lot of static while I drive as well. Another fun fact about, actually a fun fact about this car is this is technically like, I guess like the villain or the hero car in the new Initial D spin-off show. I think it's Ghost MF or MF Ghost. The super fast guy in the show, or like the bad guy, as you'll call him. I don't know if he's a bad guy. He's just like he's just the faster guy in the show. Like the guy that the main character is trying to beat. He has one of these, which got me really excited. So it's a little bit of a different car. Alpine is kind of a different company, which is kind of cool. But we gotta pass this M2, I believe. I don't think it's like the M240i or something. I believe it's gonna be M2, which is kind of crazy because M2s are fast as heck. Oh, and I'm not paying attention. That's probably gonna be a penalty. Yeah, I deserve that. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking too much. Off the limiter and everything. Alright, but since we passed him, I don't want to bore you guys with these laps. I'm going to try to focus and just finish off this race. just like that, that is going to be the race. Of course, the second I start talking, I make mistakes. I actually almost got a penalty for going off track just before. I was just sending a little bit too hard, not really getting the traction that I wanted. I think I'm going to bump the difficulty up just to 1 because I'm still at 3. Me winning by this much starting in last obviously is a problem, so we're going to just fix that and go from there. Alright, here we are at the famous Brands Hatch. This is obviously one of a very legendary track and honestly one of my favorites as well. But you're going to see by my skill I'm not very good at it. Turn 1, obviously, just like everybody else, it gets them like crazy. One thing I noticed is that I also wasn't playing around with my fuel load. I forgot that you can actually play around with that. As you can see, Brands Hatch turn 1 is going to get me, just like everybody else. But we'll try to mitigate. I'm too focused on turn 1 that turn 2 and 3 I'm not paying attention to. And of course the limiter again. That was absolutely brutal. The Brands Hatch is a tough little track. And I'm going to have to focus a bit to actually get a decent lap here. I'm really not used to this controller and it's very difficult for me to actually use it. I'm just kind of messing around until I can figure out to spend a little bit of money to get a nice little setup for myself that can go on the PlayStation and the Xbox, which I believe is the oh, sick. Yeah, brake right on the grass. Because that's smart. Alright, well, this lap is a dud. So yeah, the fan attack is the option that we're all kind of looking at. Oh my god, get off the grass. Jesus. I'm going to start losing my mind right now. The car is very turn and happy, but that is going to be practice for you guys. I'm going to try to get a couple laps in and try to get a decent time. I did not beat the target time. I don't even know what the time I got. I think I just didn't get it, but as long as I don't go off track or anything like that, I should be able to get it. So I'll see you guys at the race and let you know what's going on. Alright, so practice was kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm going to start in last because I'm having a real hard time keeping it on track. So we're going to start in like 20th. I think that's a little bit more fair. I know we'll get a ton of credits if we finish from 24th, but I'm going to keep it safe. I'm going to go 20th, and we'll go from there. I'll probably still destroy the race like I probably do. I'm just over scared like I am, but I think we'll be okay. My room is also an absolute sauna right now. I am dying of heat. Oh, not paying attention. Keep it floored, keep it floored. You just gotta make sure you hit the braking zone here so you don't die. The fog is kind of creepy. It's a 4-lap race, but it's also a 2-minute lap. Yeah, sick, just pushing off. Yeah, appreciate that. I know you kind of put yourself in a bad position, but like, there's not really much for me to go. Guys are braking more than they should. This car is also very understeered. I don't know if it's just me, maybe I'm driving wrong, but I just can't get the, like, it does not want to rotate under power, which is kind of the weirdest thing. I think that has to do with the mid-engine property of the car, where like it likes to grip up under power, and that's what's making it understeer. Oh, come on. Hit the power so I can drive by. And I can't hear the revs. Yep, I'd like to stay on track. This is why I started in 20th, because I was going to do this all race. And then there's the fog in the way. That's absolutely destroying me. The fog is absolutely insane. The car doesn't want to turn. I'm complaining a lot for a guy who's just kind of walking through the field. That was a short shift, which I shouldn't have done. A little bit of a dive bomb worked just as well as I wanted, so did not think it was going to work that well. Maybe it wasn't a bad idea starting at 20. Maybe I should have started closer because clearly I can't do anything. So here we are on the final lap, just trying to catch up to this. I believe it's a Z, maybe it might be a 400Z, I can't tell. But I realize what the problem is. I believe my headphones are dead. And they keep cutting in and out, and then they keep turning on and off, and connecting and reconnecting. So I'm thinking that is what the problem is. A little bit of a dive on them here. So, well, thank God we did not start in 24th. I don't know if it would have mattered that much, because we probably would have passed a bunch of people at the beginning. But I definitely had to pay attention a little bit more this race. So I'm kind of liking the difficulty where we're at, especially on the tougher tracks like this. But that is the end of this lap here. We finally managed to, just by the skin of our teeth, pull out this win, which is absolutely insane. I'm sweating buckets in here. This room is so hot, it is crazy.
Good work out there.
But yeah, I'm probably going to charge up my headphones and stuff, and I'll see you guys basically in practice for the next race. I didn't really get a chance to charge my headphones, but we're going to try not to complain about this race and jump into Yas Marina, another track that I don't know very well. So we're going to try to just do our best here. I think we can kind of manage. We're going to start... Oh, almost fall. That shows you how little I know of this track. I almost followed that guy into the pits. And it seems to be like on the higher RPM is when everything starts to cut out on these headphones. And there it goes. Yeah, so there we go. This is a very high-speed sweeper. I need to brake way more for it. But I could have done a lot worse in that corner with what I had. I had played a little bit this track in the, yeah, I'm driving like an absolute bomb. I had a little bit of practices in there with the free play function. I did not do very well in the free play with this track, so this might be a little bit of a hindrance this track, but we're going to try our best. If we can still get... Where are we? Are we going to get it? Probably not. Oh yeah, we still got it, but we definitely need to go quicker. But yeah, that's our first lap since we got it. I'm just going to go through this myself, guessing what I'll practice myself, so I know where the hell I'm going. Hopefully I don't do that in the race, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, well I understand why Super GT calls it a noob circuit, because let me tell you, I am a noob here. I wish I knew how many laps the actual race was. Can I go back? Does it tell me? Does it tell me how many laps? The race is going to be 6 laps, and they're about a minute each. I'm going to start in 22nd. I don't think I'll be able to win in 24th, just because it's such a tight track. I think 22nd is also going to be also a little bit of an ask as well, but we'll see how it goes. I think I have too much fuel in the car as well, because I did not check that. So I definitely have about 15 laps worth of fuel. I just noticed because the first guy in first place has 41 laps. But we're going to send it and try to pass as many guys as we can off the rip. Just quick shifts. Maybe we can get down the middle and get a couple overtakes quickly. The first turn is quite quick, and I try to get on the inside of some people here. I'm just going to cut the hell out of the track. Oh, can I get a penalty? I get a penalty. Oh well, I'll try to make up for that later, that little bit of a gap. A little bit. Oh, that's a penalty. Yep, 1 second. Alright, this is a little bit of a rough race. This is a tough little race. This is a tough little race. These guys are going for gaps that aren't there. And I'm going to be getting penalties all over the place. Because, yep. Dude, I don't know how that was unavoidable. But he just kind of threw himself at me. This is what I was scared of. And now I'm going to get a penalty for this. And now this guy's... Yep, alright. We might restart this race because I'm getting kind of frustrated. That was lap 1 and I was getting absolutely murdered by the computer. Going outside just like that. Sorry, buddy. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough race. I don't know how I'm gonna. Oh my god. Hopefully I can make a little bit of a gap from first when I catch first place. Hopefully I can build a little bit of a gap so that I can actually win first. If not, I'm gonna restart the race, and you guys aren't really gonna see that part. A little bit of a dive. We're just gonna go like that. We are in 5th. We have about 4 laps to go after this. This is the end of lap 3 or lap 2 here. We're gonna have to kind of focus. Again, not paying attention whatsoever. Good job, Lucas. Yeah, good job. And we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do that. I'm gonna catch you guys back on lap 3 after this, because that kind of pissed me off. Gonna be honest, not paying attention, getting a little bit flustered. Starting the same position. I'll see you guys there. Alright, and I'm going to keep that whole clip in there, but that's what happens when I get a good clean opening lap there. And before the second lap even finished, I was able to get into first place. So that's what I meant by I was kind of a little flustered and frustrated with how things were going there. But I'm happy how that went. I might show you a couple laps here just for fun, but yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'll catch you guys probably in practice for the next race. Alright, we got ourselves a rain race, and I'm assuming this is... the rain is going to make things interesting, and I'm noticing that... I'm kind of mad that they took out that chicane in Catalonia, just at the end there. I really love that part of the track. I have to learn how to stay off the freaking grass, because that is absolutely blowing all day. But yeah, I'm sad they took that away. That was one of my favorite parts of the track. If you hit it right, it just felt so good. Keep that traction control on today, Lucas, because you are going to need it. Wow, this is going to be interesting if it rains the entire race. I don't have any crazy tires, but trying to look forward to like where the track is going, not where I am at the current moment. Not the best at that. But I feel like I'm doing okay for the most part right now. Not the best, but keeping it on track. Maybe because I'm driving a little cautious. But it's definitely not fast, but it's definitely cautious a little lap here. This is going to be the end right here. No, it's not. We didn't do the midfield yet. We're nowhere near the end of this lap. We gotta climb up that little hill thing. And then we're gonna do a little stretch at the end. This little turn on the power. Make sure that traction control is on, or else we are gonna die. Kind of send it a little bit here, carry a little bit of speed, more than you think. Not keeping the second, it's too low of a gear for us. There we go, now just fucking power out. A little bit of brakes. Just let it turn in, and definitely not a fast lap, but it should definitely get us what we need. By quite a lot, it's going to get us what we need. So yeah, we're going to run away with it in this race when we actually get into the actual racing part of it. But I'm going to do the last couple laps because just to get the little thing done. I don't know if you get points for that or not, but I just like to see things get completed. It kind of makes me a little noggin happy. But with that being done, I'll see you guys in the race. As you guys saw, they told me to raise the difficulty. We're definitely starting in 24th here, and we'll see how it goes. We should be able to kill it. And I think next episode we are going to jump up from the 3 difficulty to the 4. But for now, we're going to enjoy and absolutely kill it. Oh, rolling start too. A little bit of a different one here. Oh, where did I click? That's nice. A little bit of a rolling start. I don't know if I'll be able to get the outside here. I think it's going to be a little too tight. Just force my way. Hopefully nobody's there. Everyone's going to be driving extra slow around here in the wet. It's going to be 4 laps. I got 12 laps of fuel, thank God, or else what would have happened there? Keep forgetting to check that. Obviously it's not important because I'm not needing to check it. But it is a wet race. It is like not even a little bit of drizzle. It is soaked. Thank God the traction control is on, because you can probably see. I might get a penalty for that guy right there. Yeah,
total time penalty is about half a second.
Which is fine. Not too big of a deal. We're just gonna take our time, fight through this field, not go too crazy, try not to hurt. Let the traction control, stability control do its thing, do what it's made for, these modern cars. Try to keep up and not throw ourselves into the wall like that. Tuck ourselves right in here with the Porsche. If you don't want to hit the gas, that's fine, but I'm going to hit the gas. And I don't care that I hit you, but then I will get a penalty for it. Go on the outside here, because clearly there's a bunch more grip and he doesn't want to use it, so that's pretty good. There's a big puddle there, probably not the greatest thing, but we're just going to tap the brakes here, go around and try to power out. We all know that they're going to over brake for these corners, which is something you have to kind of compensate for. And as lap number 1, we are in 5th place. We'll probably be able to catch first fairly quickly. I'm not too worried about that. Let's go over here because we're probably going to hit them if we don't. And we definitely did not brake enough. We're going to go over here. Hopefully it doesn't get a penalty. I went off track, like right back, so I didn't even get anything from it. There we go, that is second place right there. And first should just be a hop and a skip away with the safe taillights, which is nice. This would have been a ton of fun in the dry. The race is a good little, the rain I guess you would say, is fun to like get practice in, especially when you make mistakes like this. Every single setting was on at that moment. The rain is nice because it does make you learn to drive in the rain, which is a skill in itself, something I do not really have, at least not on this controller at least. We're going to pass this guy here and get her done in. Soon, as long as I can get some grip and pass him. I don't know if this is a GT car or something, because that does not look like a stock RCF of whatever it is. Holy, and end of the race there. I kind of almost threw away a bunch of it right at the end, but that was a stressful little race. Of course, I just, the car is just faster and the difficulty is not that hard, so I was still able to like kind of run away with it. But what an absolute mess this race was, between my poor driving and the rain absolutely hindering me. That was interesting. That was definitely something. Alright, here we are in practice for Suzuka. This is actually the next day. You guys won't notice it too much just because it's just going to be a quick transition for you, but this is a completely different day. I charged my headphones, so hopefully that helps quite a bit. I also put a fan on in my room, so I'm hoping you guys can't hear that through the mic. If you can't, that'd be amazing because it's actually helping me quite a bit, because my room seems to be a little bit spicy at the moment. Hopefully we can make it around this turn here. That's not too bad. Alright, yeah, but yeah, so this fan is helping quite a bit. Hopefully I'll be cool, but I'm still making dumb mistakes. Trying to use too much of the track. Too much of it, not enough of the actual course. I have to remember that Suzuka likes smooth transitions, not too much abrupt turning, nice and smooth. Well, at least for the S's where I was. Here I can drive a little bit more, I don't want to say erratic, that's the wrong word, but this car likes to understeer quite a bit. I didn't realize how long this lap was actually going to be in a slower car, which is kind of funny. The car definitely feels faster. I just think I need some sort of an alignment of some sort to make it just a little bit more oversteery, because it just doesn't seem like it wants to turn very well. Really just wants to grip right back up right away, especially on throttle, which is kind of odd. See, there just understeered quite. Maybe I'm going too fast. That's possible, but that's okay. The car feels quick. I just will have to learn how it wants to drive. Oh, there goes my headphones. Definitely braking way too much for that turn. Should probably brake a bit more for there. Looking like I'm gonna smash the lap actually, which is kind of funny. Almost by 10 seconds, actually by 10 seconds. Oh, just about 10 seconds. Alright, where are we going to go? I'm just going to start in last. I think I'm going to be way above the pace against everybody else. So we're going to start from here. I did a little bit of tune. There's not much I could really do for alignment settings, so I kind of just lowered the pressures in the front a bit and then raised the pressures in the rear to hopefully get it to turn in more. I don't know if that's going to help too much. I think it might help a bit. And then I couldn't really I don't have the rear sway bar upgrade yet, the way the automatic upgrades is going. I only have the front, so I softened the front. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but we'll see what it does. I think it's the right thing to do. I might have done a little too much, not enough testing to see what I actually did is going to work. Again, I'm also playing with traction control, so that might also be an issue. Maybe I should be a man and use no traction control, but that guy debatably pushed me off there, but that's a whole other conversation. The AI is kind of dumb in this game. I'm going to stay calm in the S's here. Yeah, not like that guy, just completely hit me off. Stay calm, kind of stay in the pack. And then once we actually hit some straights and actual turns where I can pass, I can start making passes. But I guess we'll just have them come crash into us and take us out. I mean, if you're just going to throw yourself in this... At least I didn't get a penalty for that. That would have been a little ridiculous right there. I don't know where you're going there, buddy. There was absolutely no room for you to put your nose in there. Don't give me a penalty. That's a little ridiculous. It is so difficult to steer with this garbage controller. Any little, like, you can't really modulate your turning. If I had my steering wheel, I would have easily been able to pass that guy on the outside there. Just feel like it overcorrects the steering for me and stuff. I have to check the settings. Maybe I have like assisted steering or something. It feels like it wants to steer for me sometimes, which is quite annoying. I'm getting a penalty. How do I get a penalty for that? Or I don't get for that, but then before I get a penalty. We're making up some ground back, that's fine. And the understeer is absolutely murdering me right now. This is crazy. It does not want to turn. Maybe I'm going too fast and whatever. But I feel like this car should be able to do what I'm asking it to do. I don't know, it sounds a little crazy. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't sound too crazy. I know I'm not going 40 kilometers an hour when I'm almost 200 where I'm asking it to turn like that. But I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. There's that too. Forza is also like not a real simulator, it's just a little fun game. Like these little movements that the car's making is because I'm trying to make little adjustments, but then it's taking it as a huge adjustment. We're getting somewhere now. Whew, that was a race and a half. This car is very, very fast. I think I could have done like a really low, or actually a 219 if I didn't mess up the little hairpin at the end of the race there, which was kind of annoying, but it's fine. The car felt absolutely incredible once I actually had some open air and was able to kind of feel out how to drive the car. It likes to be like it's weird because it grips up when you're on power. It's kind of odd. But next we're at Mugello, and we're going to performance quickly and upgrade our car a little bit. We're allowed to be max, I think, 700. Maybe it's like personal points, like only certain cars. You can only use the points you get from the car you're using. Maybe that's crazy, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking at least. Alright, we got a big right-hander here. We're absolutely cooking it. I'm gonna brake where it tells me to brake. Third gear seems pretty good for this turn here. So it looks like third gear is gonna be a big gear for this track in total. Usually when I'm driving, I'm not really paying attention to my odometer as much. It's more kind of you can kind of hear when you need to shift with the headphones glitching out the way they are. See, here I would be pretty much full power, but I just can't keep the steering the way I want it to be flat the entire time. But like I said, you can kind of hear when it wants to shift. I messed up that corner big time. You kind of know when to shift with the noise itself, right? You're not being able to hear exactly what's going on, and I'd like to stay off the gas, thanks. I hope it's not going to come out in the recording the way this audio is coming out. If it does, I'm going to have to like redo this entire series or this entire cup because you're not going to be able to listen to this thing. It looks like we're going to beat the time by quite a bit as well. I'm assuming if I cleaned up a bit, it would have been about 10 seconds. So clearly I'm okay at this level. Next episode, I'm 100% going to be raising the difficulty just because it is, I guess, a little too easy for me. Alright, so where does it think we can start from? I say we're going to chance it. Maybe we can make this last race a little bit interesting. Start in 24th, get an actual run out of it. I'm having a very, very difficult time with the whole braking process. How I have to do it, like I mentioned before, I kind of have to like just jam the brake into my left thigh. That's like the only way I can really get that done. So it's kind of difficult to stay with the consistent braking. That's my maybe the biggest problem. We're able to go past basically the whole grid right at the beginning. I can just jump over here. I hope I don't get a penalty for that. Thank God. Just stay on the outside here. Try to drive a little bit defensive, don't let anybody pass. There's also like kind of like a stickiness. I don't know how to describe it. Like when I get to a car, it kind of wants to like stick to the car. It doesn't want to like get off of the person that I'm like slowly making contact with. Or it kind of like forces me to make contact. Like I don't want to make contact, but I'm not like actually touching. It just kind of pushes me towards the car. I don't know if that makes any sense. I've never really played Forza before, so maybe that's a thing like in the past. Yeah, that corner there caught me a bunch of times in qualifying. So you definitely have to brake earlier than you think for that corner, just because it goes in really deep and you have to be on the brakes for a little bit. But that's fine, we're still making a decent run into it. We'll probably still be in first by the end of the second lap. Get a little bit of a late apex on power earlier, but it wants to understeer almost off course, but we didn't. Now we have a crazy run into turn 1. We'll definitely be in second by the end of this lap. Just about almost second. Well, there's 7 gears in this thing. I didn't need to shift up to 7, but that's a little crazy. We're gonna That was a crazy lunge. The fact that I stayed online and everything still. And just like that, that is going to be the end of the race. Oh my god. I don't understand. The second I start talking to this camera, I just can't drive and I almost throw myself into the wall. But that is the end of the race and the end of the cup itself. I wish it said the name of the cup somewhere here so I could say it. Built for Sport. There we go. That is the end of it. Modern Tour, whatever they want to call that. But that is going to be first place in the series. I really like this cup. I like the variety in these cars. These are the kind of cars that I kind of am the most interested in. Kind of like the more higher end, like a attainable dream car kind of thing. These are kind of the cars I'm looking at. Even though like my dream car isn't really attainable anymore, which is kind of funny. I guess my dream car has changed. But we'll get into that into another video. If you guys are really curious on like what my dream car is, we can talk about that next time. Or else it's not really that serious. But yeah, these cars were a lot of fun. It's a little bit different. They were just fun. I don't know how to explain it. A little bit different than like these cheap little. I don't want to call it cheap little, but the cheaper like everyday cars. Right, these are a little bit more of a higher performance, lightweight sports car, super sedans. I guess this is going to be more of like my hair is going all over my face because of the thing. These are probably going to be more like the M3s, the four-door saloon type cars, what I'm going to guess, and then premium performance. I'm not too sure what that's going to be. Obviously, it shows a Porsche there, but I'm going to guess more like the 911s and stuff like that, but we'll see exactly with that. Although the series looks awesome too, especially the enthusiast category. This is more of like the JDM fanboys and stuff like that. There's that JDM Legends right there. German rivals, that's going to be like the old S4s and probably like the E46 M3s. The MX Challenge looks absolutely hilarious that we're going to be able to be in like an MX-5 Challenge series. That's going to be a lot of fun. But with that being said, I'm going to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.